Hi guys, it's Hugo and welcome back to another video. Today I'll be doing the choose your own adventure tag. I was tagged by Ian from Out of This World Reader. Thank you so much for tagging me. This tag is inspired on those adventures book when you have like you can choose A, B, C and then it goes to your own path. I never read any one of those, but it's fun. It's just an adventure. And yeah, I was tagged by Ian and let's start. I didn't read the question, so it's the first time I'll be reading in response, so I didn't think. And let's start. I'll be looking at my computer so I can read, and let's go. The story. In order to start your adventure, you need to choose two pieces of equipment. Firstly, you must all choose a book. What book and why? Oh, a book and why? I was thinking, my binding of Narnia, because, well, it's a full adventure book and it's a full binding of all the stories of Narnia. So, yeah, I think it will be a great companion to read adventure while we are in an adventure. I will choose that. Let's continue. So, it's a book, it's Chronicles of Narnia, my full binding, and because it's an adventure book, and I think will set very well with this theme. Secondly, you must choose one of the following. Please give a reason of your choice. A feather, a banana, a sword. Well, I know Ian chose the feather so he can wrote his journey. I think I'll be practical. I'll choose a sword because you can cut fruit, you can cut wood, you can cut things on the way, you can kill things because they can try to kill you. Yeah, basically it's very useful, and well, you need to protect yourself because if you're going to an adventure, you better be prepared. Now, you start walking down a long and windy path. Suddenly the path heads off in two different directions. Do you go left or do you go right? I'll go right. You have chosen to go right. After a short while, you come to a bridge over a precipice. To cross the bridge, you have to set 3 questions which you feel very difficult to answer. What 3 questions would you make up? Oh, they are very difficult to answer. Well, first, what was before the Big Bang? That's a hard question. Okay, these are the most philosophical ones, but what happened after you die? If it's just like we just poof, or if there is something else, or if we just like wake up and we're like 4 years old and we don't remember what happened, but because people say, oh no, you are his son or his daughter, And the third one would be, one of the biggest mysteries in chemistry is to create ammonia. You have to break hydrogen and nitrogen is very hard and you need a hard condition. So my hard question is, what is the best catalyst and the best solution for that? What is the perfect system? I think if that answer was answered, like, the world will be much better. We'll save a lot of money. Once you successfully cross the bridge, a little while later, you arrive at a river crossing. You can choose swimming across the lake or take a wicked old ferry. Which do you choose? Well, I'm not a good swimmer and I have a sword, so it's heavy, so I'll definitely take the wicked old ferry because even if it breaks, then I can swim, but I spend some time not tiring myself, so I'll take the wicked old ferry. You have chosen to take the rickety old ferry, and crossing is rough and the ferry sinks. You go underwater and your bookish life flashes before your eyes. What books do you regret not having reading? What books do you regret having reading? What books do I regret not... Okay, in this moment, I will regret not reading the rest of The Final Empire. Some of the classics like Dune or Jane Austen, I think I will regret if I die now because I want to pick them up, like my more science fiction. From my shelf, I would say some thrillers definitely that I wanted to pick. For example, Sight or I'm Traveling Alone, Sharp Objects, Death Deserve. I think I have a lot of books that I will regret because I want to pick them. Now, books that you regret having reading. I don't regret reading anything, well, except The Hunting of Brynwalder and The Shadow Man and The Open House. Well, I don't regret, but if I will say, knowing what I know today, if I knew today about those books, I would definitely regret a little bit. But I technically don't regret, but I regret. I lost some time on the Wending of Bruno Mars, and this book was very bad, so I regretted reading that. But I didn't know what it was. The cover was stunning, the name was like, it sounded like amazing, but yeah. Luckily, the river splits, you're backed onto the opposite bank, and you can continue on your way. Yes, I survive! Following the riverbank, you eventually come to a castle, and it has 3 doors labeled A, B, and C. You must choose one of these doors. A, B, C. Let's go A. It's the first one. You have chosen the door A. As you enter in the room behind the door, you've become aware of being in a library. Jackpot! However, this is your worst nightmare as a library. It's dedicated entirely to authors and genres that you can stand. What will they be? Why had to be a nightmare? Why cannot be like only books that I wanted? So authors and genres. So it will be like historical romance. When I say historical romance, is not, for example, City of Girls, or when you say historical fiction, I'm saying like Bridgerton, those types of stories, like authors like Cassandra Clare, I don't know, self-help books, like the ones from religions and from, I don't know, those type of strange things. Let me think more things that will haunt me in my nightmares. Yeah, definitely those type of books. Erotica, I think I already said that. Yeah, those will be a nightmare. To escape this room, you must either sit down and read one of these books, or eat one condiment can be provided. Otherwise, we will be trapped forever. Which do you choose? Eating a condiment or reading a book? Well, there are books that are smaller, so for 100 pages, I could get like passed through and only have to eat anything that is weird. Like some self-help books are very small, and some even erotic or like historical fiction are very small. So I will definitely pick that, because it's like I just have to read it, even if I hate it, and then I can throw it against the wall because it's not mine. But yeah, I will definitely not pick a condiment, you know, like cinnamon or no, I'll read a book. I'll read a book. Yeah, I put myself in torture for a couple hours and then I'm through it. Upon either eating or reading a book, the door opens and you find yourself in a corridor. You walk down a dim lit corridor and you come across an obstacle. You choose what obstacle this is. I don't know. I'm coming to a corridor and I see an obstacle, like some vines, maybe, like Maleficent style, like a lot of vines. To overcome it, you must choose the equipment. You must use the equipment you choose at the start of the adventure. Yes! I knew the sword would cut some things. I knew it. How does it help to overcome this obstacle? Yeah, if the vines are not like this thick, I think, even if they're thick, I can like, so, but it will take a lot of time, but I can cut the vines without hurting myself. Nice. But yeah, I'm very basic on choosing what obstacle it is, like what could be in a corridor. I imagine like very fairy tale. So yeah. Once you have successfully overcome the obstacle, you meet the wise-necked old man, the man holding a coin. To complete the next adventure, you must choose head or tails. Let's go head. You have chosen head. Now you must extend this adventure by a line or two, as well as tagging 3 or more people who are roughly the same or smaller number of subscribers than you to carry on. Ooh, okay. So I'll add after Ian's because Ian already add, and now who I'm gonna tag? So I'll be right back. So I came to the conclusion who the people are. So Rosie, you did one, but it's not the same. So you can do this one. Logan, Elsa, Larry, and Emily. Okay, and these are my tags. Now let's do Ian's, because Ian says a line which is choose animal companion. Now that you've chosen a a side of a coin. Select an animal companion to follow you on your adventure and explain your choice. This I think is the easiest one for me. A wolf. I love wolves. It's my favorite animal alongside a crow, but imagine a giant wolf, like very large. You can ride over him, he can protect you, and he can fight side along. Yes, a wolf, definitely. Now I must add a line or choose. So, okay, I know mine. After you getting your animal companion from the wizard, you exit the castle by the back door. Either go to a mountain to defeat the dragon and save the princess, or to fight the mermaids and save the prince. You have to choose one, and why. And yeah, this was my Choose Your Own Adventures tag. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you do it. I hope you can continue to increase this story. I think it will be very fun to do it. And yeah, I'll have in the description full story with Ian's and my adding, so you can continue. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys do it. And yeah, I post videos every Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays. So I see you guys on my next video.